Where did my sheep go? I am Yin Ya, the chief disciple, here to report for duty. One elder looked at Yin Ya and asked, do you know what it takes to become the chief of our washed-rinsing ancient sect? What makes you qualified? Yin Ya calmly took out the washed-rinsing token and slowly said, my name is Yin Ya. My ancestors' decree is well known, and as the breeder of the washed-rinsing token, I can propose a condition to washed-rinsing ancient sect as a distinguished guest, which must be fulfilled. The main elder asked, how do we know that your token is genuine? Yin Ya tossed the token over and said, this token was gifted to me by 3 ghosts. If you don't believe me, you can go to Quihanglu at the foot of the mountain to verify it with him. The elders checked it and found that the token was indeed real. One elder said, brother, the engagement with 9 St. Demon Gate is almost here. With their resources, we have a chance to revive the section. Although this kid's origin is unknown, we don't have any other options. If he really has the potential, we can keep him. The main elder pondered for a while, then raised his hand and said, do you have any ability? A mirror appeared, and Yin Ya, when reflected in the mirror, remained unruffled. Soon, the mirror displayed that he had no world energies and a mortal fate palace. One elder angrily said, you, as a worthless person who cannot cultivate, dare to think of becoming a chief? The main elder was also helpless and said, Yin Ya, your talent is difficult to assess. It is fine for external disciples, but not as a chief. The nearby disciples also tried to comfort Yin Ya. Yin Ya coldly said, is this how your washed-rinsing ancient sect treats guests? As disciples of washed-rinsing ancient sect, we should focus on cultivation, abandon the dust and worldly affairs, and focus on cultivating the heart. Cultivation must start with cultivating the heart, without which all practices are in vain. Cultivating the heart must start with cultivating virtues. Only with virtues can we stand tall in the world. Cultivating virtues must start with cultivating trust. Those who break their words cannot be taught by the disciples. As Yin Ya spoke, he kept walking forward. The main elder was shocked and asked, how did you know this is our ancestors' decree? It is written on a stone monument on the way here. Yin Ya looked at the main elder and said, I am surprised that you also know this is our ancestors' decree. The main elder said solemnly, don't use our ancestors' decree against us. If I agree that you become the chief disciple, it will be the death of our washed-rinsing ancient sect. Another elder said, disrespecting our ancestors' decree is the real death of our section. The main elder was furious, but Yin Ya laughed and said, what a remarkable elder of washed-rinsing ancient sect. You disregard our ancestors' decree just to unite against me. That's what I call having a future. The main elder was so angry that if it wasn't for the washed-rinsing token, he would have killed Yin Ya 1,000 times.